What's going on, y'all, man? Good morning. I couldn't respond to this last night. This is major news, but, I was working last night. Didn't get home until like about midnight. But I am going to respond to this with Deuce Knight officially flipping from Notre Dame to Auburn. Hey, man, I seen it coming. I'll tell y'all more why here in a second. All right, y'all. So, as I was saying earlier, this kid can play, man. I got a chance to see him at OT7, man. Cannon of an arm, super accurate. Just has a good processing of the game, knows when he want to go with his reads. This kid is special, man, and I think this is going to be big time for Auburn. I know some things have been coming out this week about Hugh Freeze and the offense and it being his fault, but I just don't think he has the answers at the quarterback position. I think this guy here is going to be, y'all call me crazy, y'all call it controversial. I don't want to say the next Cam, but I do want to say I think his game resembles a little bit of that big body, 6'4", 210, can run, athletic, cannon arm. It just resembles a lot of Cam Newton's. Again, I'm not saying he is, but it does resemble him. So, and this is what Auburn's been missing since Cam, who's been an elite quarterback for the program, right? Since Cam, have they been a good team as far as contending for titles? No, they have not. They've been missing this, and they've done a good job. And the key point and selling point is when you think about this for Auburn, look at the receiving core. We've been talking about it. Malcolm Simmons, Perry Thompson, right? Cam Coleman. All these guys can play. We seen Malcolm Simmons pop off last week for 48-yard touchdown reception. Cam Coleman, 3 catches, 82 yards. So you telling a guy like Deuce Knight, you can come in as a freshman, possibly compete and contend for a starting job, and look what you got on the outside. We just need you to read the defense. We need you not to turn over the football, and we could be a decent team. They had Oklahoma on the ropes. So that's kind of your unique selling point. You telling him when he's constantly, coming up and things like that, and, when he's coming on campus. And I think they nailed it. And here is the quote, as you guys can see right here. New Auburn quarterback commit, Deuce Knight. I'm here now, Auburn family. I'm coming after Naeem Alford, Andrew Babalo, Caleb Cunningham, Usman Cromot, and C.J. Wiley. I'm not stopping until they slide to AU. Ain't no more freeze warning. It's freezing on the plains now. So what's interesting is I do think you could potentially, not saying it's going to happen, but potentially see C.J. Wiley flip. To me, it would seem like more of a flip maybe to Georgia or LSU, if I had to say. Now, C.J.'s special, and I think it's been a while since Georgia's had a special receiver. That's nothing, going away from, obviously Dylan Bell, Arian Smith, London Humphreys, and some of their playmakers, but they haven't had that kind of a specimen since really A.J. Green, if we're being honest. I mean, obviously you had George Pickens, who's a great player. You could say he was a specimen as well, but, an elite receiver, it's been a while for Georgia, and I think he could possibly help there. So, probably a crowded room. It's probably going to be tougher for him to kind of convince C.J. to come down there. But these other guys, for sure, Caleb Cunningham, I think he got a shot. Usman Cromot right now is trending towards Georgia, so that might be a set deal. That might be done, sealed, stamp it. That could be over with. But I do think he have a chance on Naeem Alford, potentially, and how much he's been on campus. I think he visited Oregon recently, too, or is about to visit Oregon. So that would be good for him, man. That's not far from home. He goes to Parker in Birmingham, Alabama. That's not too far. And then you get to have your folks still be able to come see you. And Naeem is special, man. What he was doing in that game against Carrollton, making big plays, the fumble, returning it for a touchdown, the pick he had on Juju. I mean, this kid is special, man, and you're going to have another shutdown DB potentially for the Auburn Tigers. So this is what you want to see. Auburn's not playing no games. The recruiting coordinator and recruiting analyst specialist, Kenyatta Watson, they're not playing, man. Auburn is coming. So they're not too far off, of being an elite SEC team. I think they're just waiting on a couple of things to kind of fall. They got the players, they got the talent. They just need a couple more pieces really at the quarterback spot. And I think they got that in Deuce Knight. So back to it. Like I said, I've seen this kind of happening. I had a hunch. When somebody's on campus that much, it only makes sense. I think he's been on Auburn campus like 3 times. So when you on the campus that much and you stay around the plains, you like the school. And as he said before he committed, he liked Auburn a lot. So that means a lot, man. And you, as a team, you're never out of it, man, until they sign that dotted line. So what you can do with a recruit, just have them constantly on campus, and they keep coming back. They obviously like what you have to offer, man. So shout out to Auburn, man. This is the guy I've been seeing in my videos, on my YouTube, on my TikTok, a guy they needed to get, and they got him. So shout out to them. This was a good job by Hugh Freeze, a good job by the recruiting staff of landing their guy in the 25 class at quarterback who could potentially come in and play early. this is what you want to do because, you got transfer portal. You want to keep these elite guys you got on the outside, and Malcolm Simmons, Cam Coleman, and some of these other dudes you're going to have coming up, man. So it's very special. And y'all might, I'm not going to reveal his name, y'all might see a wide receiver flip here pretty soon. So I'm going to let y'all go ahead and wonder a little bit who I'm talking about, who I'm referring to. I'm not going to reveal the news. It's not out yet. I do have a scoop, but watch out for that, man. You might see a wide receiver flip to Auburn here pretty soon. So stay locked. When it happens, I will react. I do have an article about it. So stay tuned is all I'm going to say. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to Deuce Knight, man. Can't wait to see what he does with Auburn. And the Tigers coming up next year in the 2025 class should be special. I think Auburn, again, as I said, they're on the come up.